Yeah. What's up with y'all, boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with the PickDawgz Morning Show. Y'all know the drill. We're live 365 days a year. Just let you guys know our thoughts, opinions, and how we see today's action playing out. Money making Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, knee deep, man. We got 12 games from the NFL today. We got a full schedule of Major League Baseball. WNBA playoffs start today. Some money making opportunities, a lot of money making opportunities. And I got two great guys to help me break down today's action. Brian Biller, what's happening, my man? How you doing this morning?
Well, off a 3-2 day yesterday, cashed my non-conference game of the year, the Miami Hurricanes. Man, the team is just they got some athletes there and at the U. Scuffled a little bit late with the Minnesota Golden Gophers. They look like crap, and my free pick on the New York Mets, they suck. Shout out to the Rangers. They came through with Corbin, or they came through late to win that game. But anyway, winning day, can't complain. On to today, and hopefully produce 5-0. That's what I'm shooting for.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Big Al McMorty, good morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Just a bit tired. Good day yesterday, 13-4. And lots of plays today as well. Have 7 plays today. I've already posted one for Monday, so 8 plays total. Over the last 12 months, if folks have been, playing every game, they're 890 and 676 plus 132.45 net games. So if you're betting 1,000 a game, you're up 132,000. So it's a really good investment. If you haven't yet joined for a year, just go over to PickDawgz and pick up an annual package. It's a really good bargain.
Hop on, Big Al McMorty, ladies and gentlemen. Man, oh man. Yesterday I went light. I still lost. I went 1-2. Hindsight, I would go back to everything I was on yesterday. I cashed with Texas Tech. I lost with Florida. And I lost with Georgia. That Georgia one is annoying, though. Because it's like, bro, I had it dialed. I had it.
How about Texas A&M, man? Those Aggies came through, got a big win.
Shout out to the Aggies.
That was a good one.
What I've been saying about the Aggies
Florida was really annoying. I mean, they out-yarded LSU significantly, and just all the turnovers just killed them.
Yep, exactly. So that's why Florida was annoying.
That's football. That's the way it works.
Georgia, overtime win. They don't kick the extra point for the push because they got the ball second. Like, that's just annoying where it really comes down to a coin toss. Who gets the ball first? Like if they get the ball first, they score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Tennessee's not kicking the field goal.
The coin lost you that ball, The coin
lost you. So was what it was, and now when I wear it. But on to today, man. On to today. Money making Sunday. I got 7 plays today in total. I love today. I got 6 in the NFL, 1 in the WNBA. So
I love the NFL as well today. And I also changed my mind on a game that we talked about earlier in the week. I think I made a mistake.
We'll break it down. Last thing I'll talk about before we get this morning show started yesterday. I tried to tell y'all at the end of the show, man. Terrence Crawford is just different. All right, he's just different. Just something about that man. He's just different. So now 42-0 to go up 2 weight classes and defeat the monster Canelo Alvarez. OMG. Man, oh man. This is gonna sound crazy, y'all, but not really. But I wish Mitch was here to talk about that fight with him so bad. God damn, man. So me, Mitch, and Tony Brown, we were at Bud Crawford, Earl Spence in Vegas, and I just know he would have been going crazy about that fight last night. Mitch loved boxing. Love boxing, man. And last night was a really good fight, man. It was a really good fight. So shout out to Bud, greatest of my generation. I would say Floyd. I caught the back end of Floyd, so I wouldn't really say Floyd's my generation. I would say Bud Crawford is, and man, oh man. man.
For me, it'd have to be Mike Tyson, but that guy is just in his prime. He would go in there and just crush people. But.
Man, so that was yesterday, though, fellas. And then, yeah, Brian, my Rangers, man. The crazy thing about my Rangers is
Mets just suck.
The Mariners and the Astros won't fucking lose. They won't lose.
Mets are a bunch of chokers, man. They are a bunch of choke artists. They suck.
So, yeah. It'll be an interesting finish in baseball to close out the year. It's going to be an interesting finish. All right, fellas, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Money making Sunday. Let's talk some NFL football. Like we did last week, we're gonna slow it down, man. We're gonna go game by game. We're just gonna talk some football, man. We're just gonna talk. Let me get ready to put the polls up. Our first game of the day, we have the Tennessee Titans at home at the crib with the, I almost said St. Louis, Los Angeles Rams rolling in. Rams 5.5-point road favorites, total 41.5.
Were you even alive when they were the St. Louis Rams?
Oh, it was the Rams not too long ago. That was what, like 3 years ago. That was the Rams.
What? I don't know. My memory's bad, so maybe it was.
What you doing here, Brian, to start the day?
For me in this one, I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans plus the points. The line really hasn't moved. I don't think it's moved much all week. I think Cam Ward, as the season progresses, he's just going to get better and better. And I think this is just one of those spots where it comes down to a field goal and the Rams walk it off with a 3-point win. But the backers of Tennessee get the W here. I'll take the points.
Brian B starting the day off with the Tennessee Titans home dog. Big Al, what we doing?
I'm going to take the dog, too. You get a football team like the Rams off back-to-back winning seasons, and they win the opening game of the year, and then they go on the road in their favorite in week 2. They don't do very well, covering just 33.7% since 1980. I'll take Tennessee.
Sweet. We start our day with a sweet. I like the Titans
That's
in this
good.
one as well.
That's a good.
Yeah, I like the Titans in this one as well. They low-key impressed me last week on the road, tough environment against the Denver Broncos. I thought Cam Ward, for his first start of his career, the poise he showed me in that game was encouraging. I thought his receivers kind of sold him a little bit in that game. But I think Denver's defense is better than the Rams' defense, even though the Rams' defense is underrated. Offensively, I'll probably say the Rams are slightly better, but Tennessee did. I like certain things I saw from them defensively last week at home opener, north of 4 points. I'm gonna grab the points here with the Tennessee Titans.
What's the poll show?
I was looking 1 second. Al, I was surprised to not hear you try to use your West Coast angle here in this one. West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast.
Tennessee's not an East Coast team. They're Central Time Zone. Sorry. I'll use it for Seattle over Pittsburgh, though, Jay, if you want.
Personally, I'd probably say Tennessee's East Coast, but I get it.
It's not. No, I mean it's not. It's a different time zone. Knoxville is East.
Well, they got to play at 12 though. That means they're starting the game at 12, right? Central Time.
Yeah.
So it's still, earlier game for Tennessee.
I'm just saying
the fact that Al didn't use that angle makes me a little happier. So
I would never. I mean, we could talk about it on the Seattle-Pittsburgh game, but I would never. I don't base a play on that angle. Like I would never take Seattle because the West Coast teams do well on the East Coast. I usually just talk about it because the myth that is out there in gambling, Twitter and all those other places is that the East Coast teams do well. So I always just have to remind people that the opposite is true. People just, I know there's handicappers out there. And when I've told them, their information is bad, they say, "Oh, I don't care. It just sounds good. I'm going to say it anyway." So that's what you get if you just listen to people.
Man. All right, fellas, let's keep it rolling. That's game 1 of the day. The poll, Brian, the poll. Let's see what the poll.
And what was the Pick Dawgz entry for this week? Circuit
How Pick Dawgz do last week?
1-4. Right.
So the poll, 86 votes, 56% agree with us on the Tennessee Titans.
I think we talked them into it. I'm going to give us
think
credit
so,
for that.
43%.
You talked me into it, Brian.
All right.
43% on the Rams. For Pick Dawgz circa. Let's see what the community did this week. Let me pull it up for y'all. We went with the all right, so you guys, the community, this is what you guys chose. Because remember, these are not our plays. These come directly from you guys. Ravens laying the points on the Browns. The Dallas Cowboys laying the points on the New York Giants. The Tampa Bay Bucks. The Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers are the 5 for Pick Dawgz circa. Voted on by the community. So
how did your entry do last week, Jay?
Last week, me and Carrie, we went 2-3. Bears was our swing game, and they wet the bed on Monday.
Yeah, I had the Bears also.
Yeah. So looking to bounce back this week and turn it into a winning week. But so yeah, that's what we got in the circuit this week. Let's keep it rolling. Shout out to the community. See if y'all went 1-4 last week. I think y'all did a little better avoiding the just outright public sides, but y'all still on a couple of them. So.
I think Dallas is just anyway, we'll get into that later.
Yes, sir. The whole world is on my Cowboys today. We'll talk about that one a little
Scares
bit.
me.
All right, next game up, we are heading to Cincinnati. Got the Bengals 3.5-point home favorites over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Total 49.5. Al, how we feeling?
I hate that game. I pass.
I was going to see, I'm passing too. I hate to be Chris Ruffalo here, but let me see if I can look up a prop where you're talking about it here.
Honestly, I don't have any money on this game either today.
Well, I have a premium pick on it. That's why I can't talk about it.
Okay. I don't have a dog in this fight whatsoever, and I won't. This is one of the games I just completely left alone today. I can tell you my thoughts, though. My thoughts is I would lean Cincinnati Bengals. I think they collectively, like overall, are the better team. I don't trust Jacksonville out on the road in a spot like this, but I've been burned so many times early season betting Cincinnati. I have a personal rule where I just don't bet Cincinnati like the first 4 weeks of the year. After those first 4 weeks, then they can come back into my wheelhouse. Yeah, I know I love them, Joe Shiesty, all that. But early season, laying points, you're just asking for it with the Bengals. Just look at their last 3, 4, 5 seasons under Zach Taylor. They're just not a trustworthy ATS team. But on the flip side, it's Jacksonville on the road. They won last week, but it wasn't as impressive as you might think against the Panthers. Are they going to move the football against a terrible Cincinnati defense? Will Cincinnati's offense look better than it did in the second half? It's just a lot of question marks for me in a game like this. Lean Cincinnati, lean over. Not my favorite game today. Brian?
For my props here, I'm going to go with Jamar Chase to score the first touchdown plus 500. I think he heard a lot of grief about his performance last week. And I like Travis Etienne for an anytime touchdown plus 112. I think those are 2 nice plus money plays.
I kind of like Brian's first touchdown with Jamar Chase. And if you're a little scared of the first touchdown, I think you should be just fine with an anytime touchdown. Didn't get in that box last week. A lot of fantasy owners were mad at him last week. He's one of them ones, man. He Triple Crown winner last year. Well, he's due. So I like that, Brian. I can see Jamar having a solid game today. All right, let's keep it rolling, fellas. We next move on to the Baltimore Ravens at home laying 11.5 points on the Cleveland Browns. Total 45. This is another tough one. I'm going to lean towards the Cleveland Browns. I probably won't play this game today either. Conflicting information in a game like this. And the reason I say that is we all know Baltimore is head and shoulders the more talented team above Cleveland, but it's a division battle. Early season, the Ravens kind of always play with their food with the Browns. On the flip side, though, huge division dogs are this early in the season, this big of a point spread. They're not that profitable. They're not. They usually do get the shit beat out of them. So I'm really just playing the number. That's why I would lean Browns. I could see this being a 10-point Ravens win. Ravens are the better team, and it wouldn't shock me if they took the Browns behind the woodshed. But the Browns' defense impressed me second half last week against Cincinnati. And if they can slow down Baltimore just a little bit, I think the back door might be open. So, small lean for me on Cleveland. Brian, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns here plus the points. I think the Ravens 100% win this game. For me, there's no doubt about that. But I think it's a closer defensive battle here. Ravens gave up a ton of points last week. I expect a much better defensive effort from them. I think Flacco doesn't turn the ball over like he did last week. I just think it's a 10-point win or less here. So I'm going to take the points.
I forgot to run the poll on the last one. I just started it for this one. Al, how we feeling?
I'm gonna look at the under. Just one of the highest scoring week one games ever. 41-40. Off that game, I just think you're going to see a much lower scoring game here. I'll take it under the total of 45.5.
I do kind of like that Flacco revenge angle back home where he won the bowl. I do kind of like that. It's a tough game, though. Ravens are that good. So it's like, do I really want to play with fire? But in that same breath, I think a lot of people forget the Ravens started 0-2 last year. They lost first game of the season to the Chiefs on the foot play with Likely. And then week 2, they came out and laid an egg. They laid an outright egg in week 2 last year against the Raiders. They lost outright.
That was a shocker.
Exactly. So, they didn't start all that hot last year. Keep an eye out on this one. And this is one of the most public games on the board today. A lot of people laying it with the Ravens. So, speaking of public, let's see what the public did here in our poll. I didn't run it that long, but 61% on the Ravens, 38% on the Browns. Keep it rolling. We keep it rolling. Next up, we got the Buffalo Bills out on the road facing the New York Jets.
Jets, Jets. They get me excited every week.
Jets. What do them boys do today, Brian? You're up first.
Oh, well, they got the cover last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think too many people will be on the hype train Buffalo Bills because they had that miraculous come-from-behind win against the Ravens. I also like a lower scoring game here, but my main play, I'm going to take the Jets plus the points. It wouldn't shock me if they won this game outright. Maybe I'll sprinkle a little bit on that money line here. I think Fields is going to get better with each week.
There you go, from Brian B. on the New York Jets. What you doing here, Al?
Yeah, I'd go with the Jets as well. Obviously, it's a huge emotional letdown spot for the Buffalo Bills with the playoff rematch last week, at home versus the Ravens. Jets are really good at home off a home loss, 32-19 and 1 ATS. I'll take the 6.5 with the Jets. Excuse me. Now it's 6.5 at DraftKings, but it's as low as 5.5 at Circa.
Oh wow!
Yet again, guess what? We're bringing out the brooms.
You just don't like the Bills, though, Jay. You don't like. You're not a Buffalo.
I had the Bills last week.
Okay.
Josh Allen, MVP Allen. I agree with you, Brian. I think you hit the nail right on the head. I just think it's a great week to fade. I think it's a letdown week for Buffalo coming off the huge comeback win at home on Sunday Night Football against the Ravens. I thought the Jets moved the football really effectively against what I think is going to be a really good Steelers defense this year. Buffalo's defense concerned me last week with how the Ravens really carved them up. They did give up 40. So, and I know the Jets gave up a damn near 40 as well. Bills are the better football team. Bills likely win this game, but I want the points in my back pocket here. That's all I'm saying. I think the Jets can move the football like they did last week and score enough points to keep this game within the number. And it's a perfect letdown week for Buffalo coming off that huge win. So, and if I'm playing the total, I'm playing the over. I don't really trust either defense. I'm a little nervous about the total, just trying not to overreact too much to last week. These two teams played in the highest scoring games of last week. Is it just that easy to go back to the over here, or does it kind of correct? But based on everything I've seen, I think it does. So I think it does carry over. I like the over 47.5, and I like the JETS.
Yes, yeah. Justin Fields anytime touchdown plus 145. I'm going to take that because I could see him running one in.
I can kind of see it too. What killed the Ravens last week? Rushing quarterback and a good running back. What do the Jets have? A good rushing quarterback, Justin Fields, and Breece Hall. He's not Derrick Henry, and Justin Fields not Lamar. But this is the poor man's version, and I think they can do it.
This is economy version here.
Economy version. Fair enough. Let's see what the people of the YouTube chat did. I think we're influencing them today. They're listening to us, Brian.
That's good. We're going to get a few more winners from losers out there as far as picks go.
54% of the public on the Jets, 45% on the Bills. About 100 votes on that poll. Keep it rolling. We keep it rolling. Next up, we head to Miami. Dolphins, 1.5-point home favorites over the New England Patriots. Total 43.5. Al, you got any thoughts here?
I would take the under.
Under for Al in this one. Another game I'm not all that in love with. Are the Dolphins as bad as they looked last week? I don't think so. I think, to me, this is kind of the overreaction game. I would take Miami at home. I don't love it. I really don't want to put my money on Tua turn the ball over. But same thing I said last week, where coming into the year, this Patriots team got some hype around it. And I'm not really sure why. Heading into last year, they were the worst team. They were supposed to be the worst team in the NFL. I know they got a new coach. I know Drake May in year 2, but it's still like they just getting too much love early in this season, and I don't think they improved all that much. They did add a couple pieces, but expecting this line at where it's at right now, -1.5 Miami, says if this game was neutral field, New England would be favored. And I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't agree with that. I just think this is a complete overreaction to how bad the Dolphins looked last week against the Colts. I still don't think the general public is caught on to how good the Colts are and will be this year. One bad game, overreaction. This is my overreaction game of the week. I'm on the Miami Dolphins. I'll lay the 1.5 at home. We'll see if Tua and Mike McDaniel save their job. What you think here, Brian?
Yeah, I think this is my Captain Obvious square pick of the day. I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins on the money line. I'll lay that extra juice. They've covered, I'm just going to lay the points. They've covered 9 straight against the New England Patriots. This is mid-September. Should be hot there in Miami. I think that'll play a factor. I'm going to take Miami here. Get it done. I don't love the play, but I'm going to choose them over the Patriots.
Fair enough. Let's see what y'all did in this one, man. Y'all are rocking with the Dolphins barely. Closest poll of the day. This one got the line split. 51% on the Dolphins, 48% on the Patriots. It's
What's the weather
about,
going to be in Miami at 1 o'clock? Is it going to be high 80s and humid?
let's see. In Miami today, we are looking at high 80s.
Yeah.
No, it looks like no cloud cover. So sun's out,
Yeah.
buns out.
I think by the second half, the Dolphins will take over this game. We'll see.
We shall see. Okay. Keep it rolling. Next up, we are heading to New Orleans, where the Saints are 3-point home dogs with the San Francisco 49ers rolling in.
Easy one here.
Let me get the poll up. 49ers plus 3. Oh, sorry. 49ers minus 3.
I bet you 75% of the votes go to the Niners here.
They probably do. And they're probably right.
Oh, get out of town. Me and Romanelli were arguing about this before last night or this morning. I forget. We were arguing about this game. He scared me off of it.
This is an ugly one. So, of course, we all know the injuries San Francisco suffered. No Brock Purdy, no George Kittle, no Jawan Jennings. They just will Mac Jones will be getting the start for San Francisco. Looks like Christian McCaffrey good to go, though. On the other side, you got the Saints, Spencer Rattler. They've yet to win a game with Rattler as their starting quarterback dating back to last season. He's 0-8 as a starter. I believe 1-7 ATS, I believe, something like that. I'm going to lean towards the Niners. Don't love this game whatsoever. I don't feel comfortable putting my money on Mac Jones. Probably a lean towards the under. I like both quarterbacks for an INT. Brian, what's your thoughts here? And give me 1 second. I'll be right. But.
Yeah, my thoughts on this one. I think it's one of the most bet sides as far as last time I saw the bet MGM numbers would be the San Francisco 49ers here. Mac Jones, though, we've seen what he could do when he was with the Patriots. Saints played tough football last week. They didn't get the cover, but they were in it towards the end. They had a chance. At the end. I just think New Orleans over the years, never a place that's easy to go in and win a game. I'll take the Saints plus the field goal. Who do you like that one, Big Al?
I don't like the game, but with a gun to my head, I would tend to agree with you just because, that the Saints played a relatively tight game. They didn't, get blown out versus the spread last week. So those teams tend to do better than the ones that do get blown out in week one, from a bounce back standpoint. So yeah, I would maybe lean to New Orleans, but I wouldn't bet the game with your money or my money.
Fair enough. Poll, 100 votes, 57 on the Niners, 42 on the Saints.
Surprised the Saints got that much love.
People don't like Mac Jones, and I don't blame them. Keep it rolling. We got them Cowboys. Hold up. We them boys. At home at the crib, land 5.5 on the G-Man, total 44.5. Brian, what we doing?
When I was doing the football preview show, I really like the Cowboys. I still think they're going to get the W here. I just think too much love, too many people betting Dallas. Line really hasn't moved. Well, let me see. What is it currently? Let me just make sure. Now it's down a little bit. I was seeing 5.5 mostly. Like I said, I think the Dallas Cowboys get the W here, but I think the Giants put up a good fight. I think it's another 3-point game, field goal that Dallas walks it off late. I'll take the points. I'll change my mind from their earlier pick this week. Because remember, we do this earlier in the week. So maybe I'll be kicking myself. But
Yeah, I've got a premium play on this game. It's my NFC East game of the month, so I'll pass here.
Hopefully you're on the right side because this shit's a layup, man. Bro, we always beat the shit out of the Giants, and I genuinely feel like if you are on the other side, this goes for anybody out there. If you're on the other side wishing and praying on the Giants, you need to look yourself in the mirror and say, why? Because there's no sign. There's no sign here. I don't care who you are out there. There's no sign here that says Giants, except for I want to fade everybody on the planet. That's the only, and I could see that. I could see that. You know, I want to fade everybody on the planet, and I want to be on the Giants. I could hear that argument. But anything football related, I'm gonna laugh at you if you try to tell me the Giants is the play. I'm sorry. I'm gonna laugh at you. Dak Prescott, bro. He's won 13 straight games over the Giants. The last time Dak Prescott lost to the Giants, Eli Manning was the quarterback for the Giants. Last time Dak Prescott lost to the Giants, Barack Obama was president. Last time Dak Prescott lost to the Giants, Cooper Flagg was 9 years old. Like, you understand what I'm telling you here? Like, we always beat the shit out of the Giants. There's a team. If there's one team I'm never afraid to lay points on, it's the New York Football Giants. Like, this shit is comical. I don't even understand the line. You know, I still think Dallas is criminally underrated. I would put them as a -7. I've been telling everybody all offseason. We are making the playoffs. We might win the damn division. We might do that. Like, we're still criminally underrated. My quarterback is still criminally underrated. The Giants are still a terrible football team. This is a team that looked awful offensively last week against the Commanders. I don't see that changing here. This is a older quarterback who lost his mobility behind a terrible offensive line with no run game. I don't see the angle here for the Giants. I don't see it. On the other side, the Cowboys ran the football really effectively last week on the road at the defending Super Bowl champs. Got pressure on one of the best offensive lines in football, so I definitely think they get pressure on this terrible Giants offensive line. I thought Dak looked really poised in the pocket last week. I think he dots up a bad Giants defense. The vaunted Giants defensive line didn't do shit against Jaden Daniels last week. You saw what real pressure made Jaden Daniels look like on Thursday. So there's levels to this pressure thing going on right now. And the Giants are, a lot of people regard them maybe as a top 5 pressure offense, but the numbers through 1 week don't tell that story. Who is number 1 in pressures is the Dallas Cowboys, who applied a lot of pressure on Jalen Hurts, looking at a lot of advanced analytics. I get it. Everybody, their mama, uncle, and auntie is on the Cowboys today. But it's because in the NFL, bro, the Joes win. They win. They don't just get taken behind the woodshed like you may think. And it's because they watch football games. They sit down and watch them. They sat down last week on Thursday and watched the Cowboys damn near beat the defending champs in Philadelphia. Miles Sanders unhooked that trailer. He scores there. It's a totally different ball game. Or if the very next play he don't fumble, it's a totally different ball game. So nothing here tells me Giants. Everything tells me Cowboys. All the historical trends tell me Cowboys. Everything that I've seen on the field from these two teams thus far tells me Cowboys. They're trying to get their coach his first win of his career. You got the Jerry angles trying to calm down the Micah news, all the Micah outside noise. Bro, this is the Cowboys beat the shit out of the Giants style game. And then after we do it, everybody be like, y'all beat the Giants, bro. Y'all didn't even do nothing. Like, come on, man.
That's exactly what I'll tell you.
I done done this thing too many times, bro. Hashtag we them boys. I really wanted to make this my top play of the weekend. The reason I didn't do it is because I hate giving y'all the Cowboys. I genuinely hate doing that because I know a lot of y'all think it's just a homer play. And 2, because it's as public as it is. This is the Cowboys are the most public play on the board today. They're the most public. But the public does win. And I think they got them one here in this one. So we'll see. And if you're in a survivor, I would take Cowboys as my survivor pick this week. Get them out the way. They're done with them. Get them out the way. You're done. There's no way I see them losing to the Giants at home today. You're done with them. Get them out the way. You don't got to worry about them busting you up later.
They're my survivor pick this week is the Cowboys. I figure this is a good week to burn them.
Exactly.
But winning and covering are two different things.
Winning and covering, two different things. But look at the Giants' ATS record last 3-4 seasons.
The
Look
Giants
at the
ATS versus the Cowboys. I think.
Look at the Cowboys' ATS record last 3-4 seasons. It's not even close. It's not even close.
I hear you.
The Sharps love coming in on these Giants, and they get their head beat in every year.
And
last year, the bad teams that they got their head beat on all year were the Giants, the Panthers, and there was somebody else. There was one more bad team. Yeah, Jacksonville. They got their head beat in all last year on these teams. So,
or was it the Titans? Maybe it was the Titans.
It was one of them. So y'all know I had a rant about my boys coming today. Y'all know it.
What did the poll have?
Oh, I don't even think I put one up.
Oh, all right. Damn it. That would have been a good one.
I don't even think I put it up. I'm sorry. Damn. All right. Let's keep it rolling. We got the Bears and the Lions. Detroit minus 6.5, total 46.5. I'm up first, or Al's up first here.
I mean, I have my NFC North game of the month on this game, so I'll pass.
Okay, let me put a poll up right quick. Bears plus 6.5. Lions minus 6.5. Last game, I was kind of just talking about playing for your coach. Playing for your coach. Dallas, I think, goes and gets Schottenheimer his first career win as a head coach. There's a huge part of me that think the Bears go and get Ben Johnson his first win as a head coach. There's a huge part of me that believes that. And there's just no better spot for them to do it. Trying to avoid falling down 0-2. Ben Johnson going against his former team. Overreaction to the Bears because everybody watched them look terrible in the second half on Monday night against the Vikings. Everybody's still in love with the Lions because, of their playoff success the last couple seasons and the seeding they were last year. I just think there's too many points in a division game. I think this is a Ben Johnson legacy game. I think he has something dialed up for his old team. He's been scheming this one up for all offseason since he got hired. I don't necessarily trust the Lions without Ben Johnson. I don't, especially Jared Goff. Jared Goff, I believe, is I wish I had the number on the top of my head, but it's like 0-18-1 or some shit like that without either McVay or Ben Johnson calling plays for him. He's been that bad without those two. So I think a lot of people are going to look at this game through the lens of the Packers are just really good and they beat up the Lions last week. The Lions should bounce back at home, and the Bears are just the bad football team. But I think this is a play for your coach moment. I know I bashed Caleb Williams all week. He's so bad. I'm signing myself up with him again here. Give me the Bears. Play for your coach game. Brian?
Yeah, for me in this one, I think it's very similar to the Giants and the Cowboys, only we're getting a much better team here with the Chicago Bears at almost a touchdown. I think overreaction to that second half, like you mentioned. Bears have covered 3 of the last 4 versus Detroit. Doesn't mean anything, but I think it'll be a closer game than people expect and maybe a backdoor cover for the Bears, but I think they'll have a chance to win this game. I'll take the points.
Big Al.
I think he started with him.
Oh, I already said I've got my NFC North game of the month on this game. So.
He did start this one. The poll 60. What did it close at? 63% on the Lions.
Yeah.
Let's see how that one plays out. Last game of the 12 o'clock window, we got the Seattle Seahawks out on the road facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers laying 3. Total 40.5. I'm up first here in this one. I would lean towards the Steelers. Do I feel comfortable laying 3 with the Steelers? Not really. I wish it was under a field goal at 2.5. That would make me feel much better. I do think that the Steelers are slightly the better team, though. We're probably heading for a push, though. More than likely, I think we're heading for a push. I got the Steelers walking this game off at the end at home. So I think
it's close. I think it's 3.5, 4 in one spot right now.
Well,
I think Circa has it at 4. But
if it's not 3, if it's up over 3, I'm leaving it alone completely. At 3, I could talk myself onto the Steelers. So that's kind of my thoughts on this one. I just don't trust Sam Darnold on the road against a good defense. Still kind of working into this system. They didn't look all that good to me last week at home against a banged-up Niners team. Still, Curtin need these wins, especially in the division that they're in. I think they get another one. What do you think, Brian?
I got a premium pick on the side, but I'll take anytime touchdown scorer Zach Charbonnet plus 210, and I'll take Pat Fryermuth anytime touchdown at plus 400. Big
Al, what are we doing? Close at the 12 o'clock window.
Oh, well, I'll just mention the West Coast teams. The Eastern time zone won last week with the Raiders against the Patriots. They're now 383 and 321 with 18 pushes TS since 1980.
Seattle for Big Al McMorty. Big Al, he's like a robot.
R2D2.
Yeah, he just so calculated. Let's see what the community did. Okay, Brian, this one's huge.
Pittsburgh has to be. They're one of the most favorite popular teams in the NFL.
76% on Pittsburgh, 23 on Seattle. That make my stomach hurt, man. That make my stomach hurt. Oh, yeah, that's why. Public 3 with the Steelers is nasty. That's nasty. I can't beat her. I can't beat it. We keep it rolling. Let's go into the late window, man. We got the Colts and the Broncos. Broncos laying 2, 43.5. I actually think this line's like 1.5. I think it's 1. These graphics were made kind of early, so if they're off slightly, then but y'all get the gist.
This is a nice late window. Normally, I'm not much interested in the later games, but
yes. My big play of the week last week was the Colts. It was my top play of the weekend. Complete no sweat, wire ass kicking from the Colts. Love what I saw from them boys.
The Colts.
Colts. That fucking coach. I just knew he's gonna be the worst beater.
Colts are still had that burned me all last year. So many times I had the goddamn Colts. I started out with the Colts this year too. So
man. Doing my research throughout the week, talking to a lot of people. I'm kind of like Brian. I just love talking to the people. I'm a boots on the ground type of reporter.
And hell, you got to use all your sources, trends, lines, people, capper, everything you use.
You got to use everything. And the consensus that I came away from this week is a lot of people genuinely believe that the Colts last week was fool's gold. They don't think they're that good. They don't think Daniel Jones can do that again.
I can hear Ruffalo bashing Daniel Jones again if he was here.
Y'all know I'm the president of the Daniel Jones hate club. Or I used to be. Now I might be the president of the Daniel Jones fan club. I'm on the Colts, baby. Let's get it done. I'm gonna grab a 2, 2.5, 1, 1.5. Whatever it is, I will grab the points. I'm typically a money line guy. I like taking money lines, but I think this one, the points are just too value not to grab. The Broncos, they didn't impress me last week at home against the worst team in the NFL, Titans, or this New Orleans Saints. I think those are the two worst. They didn't look that good. Bo Nix, I think Bo Nix was due for a sophomore slump. I think this Colts defense is better than people are going to give credit for. I think Daniel Jones is the most weapons he's ever had. Same thing I said last week. This is Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold year from last year. He's going to have a good season this year. It's going to shock everybody. I low-key think the Colts get another win here. I think it's a perfect spot for the Broncos to lay an egg. Give me Indy at home. Start their year 2-0. What do you think, Brian?
I'm going to take Jonathan Taylor to score the first touchdown at plus 420, and then I'm going to go with Bo Nix anytime touchdown at plus 500.
Al, what you doing? Al.
I'll pass.
All right. Sorry, I got that poll up late. Yeah, I'll get like a minute or so. If I were to go props in this game, I still would go Daniel Jones interception. It has to be played. It has to be played against this good of a defense. I know. I'm president of a fan club now. I know he balled out for us last week. First quarterback ever to score on every drive of a game. This defense is still that good, though. PS2, somebody coming away with a pick. He's not going to play mistake-free football. I think they win the game. I think it's a good spot for the Colts. I'm not delusional, though. I don't think he just comes in here and completely dices apart the Broncos defense. I could see one mistake, a turnover. Give me a Daniel Jones INT in this one. The poll. Let's see. I know it wasn't running for that long. Still got about 85 votes. 53% on the Broncos, 46% on the Colts.
I'm surprised it's not higher.
They believe in me and my Colts.
You talked them into it.
I'm talking them into it. We'll see if I leave them off the deep end or not. Panthers, Cardinals. Cardinals land 6.5, total 44.5. Brian, what we doing?
I'm just checking the current lines. There's a couple 6.5, 7.5 at Pinnacle, but I guess we'll just call it 7 in this one. For me here, I'm going to take a shot with the Carolina Panthers. I don't think they're as bad as what we've seen in week 1. And Arizona, I'm not comfortable with them laying a touchdown. I know they look solid week 1, but Carolina was a sneaky good cover team for me last year, and I think they at least play a respectable game where they can keep it under 6 points here. So I'll take the points with the Panthers. Too many people like the Cardinals in this one too. But.
Al?
Yeah, I would agree with Brian. I would lean to the Carolina Panthers as well.
I would lean the other way. It would be Cardinals.
I thought you were going to join the bus, man. This would have been another one.
We've been on the same accord for most of the day. This one, I'm going to go the other way.
You're not a believer yet in the Carolina.
I'm not. And they disappointed me last week. I had them in the circa last week.
Yeah, they were a disappointment.
And they really disappointed me last week. I thought it was a good spot for them against a middling Jags team, both teams, first head coach's first game. And they just disappointed me. I kind of look at it through the lens of Cardinals. Cardinals had 2 layups to start their season. Like, they can't fumble the 2 layups. They got the Saints, Panthers. You can't fumble the 2 layups. You can't. You got to take your 2 layups to start your season and then get ready to roll. So I think the Panthers will be a team we can get on later in the season. Right now, especially after how they did me last week, they got to show me. I got to see some signs for Carolina before I get back on them. So I'm going to lean towards Arizona. I'm not totally in love with it, though. Ooh. Super Bowl rematch. Big one. Let's talk about it. Got the Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champs, out on the road facing the Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes and company. Eagles favorite on the road. Total in this one is 47. Ow. What are we looking at here?
probably going to look at the over. The Super Bowl went over the total, and when you get a playoff rematch, they, at least in terms of whether it's a high-scoring game or a low-scoring game, they tend to mirror how they did in the previous postseason meeting. We saw that last week with Buffalo-Baltimore. They went over the total in the playoffs last year. They also went over the total last week. Teams that went over the total in the playoffs, then in the rematch the next regular season, they've gone 87-62 over the total. I'd look at this over the 47.
Bounce back game at home that also happens to be Super Bowl revenge. Patrick Mahomes as a plus money underdog. Sign me up. It's that simple. That's my handicap for this game. It's that
I think it's
simple.
basically a pick 'em. I don't know if you could call the Chiefs too much of a dog, but I hear what you're saying.
Well, I mean, technically they are an underdog. They're except at Circa. Circa has to pick them, but everywhere else it's 1 or 1.5.
Yeah.
It's that simple for me. Another interesting stat: the Chiefs have never lost 3 in a row with Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback. They lost Super Bowl, lost week 1. This would be their 3rd straight L. They've never done that. And then, you get into the Patrick Mahomes as an underdog stats. You get into the Patrick Mahomes at home stats. I know we all seen the Eagles beat the shit out of the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They beat them down, beat the living hell out of them. I remember I was there. I had a pretty penny on the Chiefs. I felt like an idiot. But I'm signing myself back up for it. This is not in Las Vegas. Or is that where the Super Bowl was? It was Las Vegas?
I don't even remember.
I don't
Where was the
remember.
Super Bowl? Was it New Orleans?
Could have been Las Vegas. It's terrible. I don't remember that. You're not supposed to have old man brain yet. You're still young.
I think it was in New Orleans. I think off the top of my head, I think that's where it was.
I know this year's Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was in New Orleans.
Like,
I remember it was supposed to be Lil Wayne, and then it was Kendrick Lamar. Yes, that's
You
what
got
it was.
a poll up on this game, right? I hope.
Yes, I do.
All right, this is one I want to see the people.
So this is not New Orleans. This is Arrowhead. You know what I mean? This is and home field in football means something, and Arrowhead means something. So it's bounce back game at home, Super Bowl revenge. Patrick Mahomes as an underdog hasn't lost 3 straight in his career as the starting quarterback for the Chiefs.
I know he does well as an underdog. I assume most of those are on the road. How's Kansas City done as a home dog? Although I guess if they've been a home dog, those are probably the games where Mahomes didn't even start, right? He was probably injured.
Pull it up for us if you can.
Okay.
Brian, what you thinking here?
Well, this is where my best bet lies in the matchup between these two teams. So I'll go with the prop, anytime scoring prop, which I like. I'll take Patty Mahomes, anytime touchdown plus 400. I think he'll have a really good game today. I'll take Jalen Hurts at minus 110. That guy's famous for the tush push at the goal line. I think he gets in.
What year did Mahomes start?
Mahomes came into the league, what?
Like 2017-ish? 18? What year?
17.
Okay, they've been and again, I can't tell just by looking at how many times he didn't start because they rested their 3 as a dog since Mahomes entered.
Your mic kind of lagging. Hold on.
He probably didn't play in a lot of these.
We missed a lot of what you said there. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, my internet's been wonky. Kansas City's 2-3 ATS and 2-3 straight up as a home dog since Mahomes entered the league, but most of these have really big point spreads, so I doubt he was even in the lineup. They've got point spreads of +5, +5.5, +7. There's no way he played in those games. They were home dog to Buffalo October 16, 2022. I don't know if he played in that one or not. And then they were a home dog to Miami, so he definitely didn't play in that game. So, this may be the first time he's been a home dog.
I think it's the second. I'm looking for the first.
Yeah, then the only game where he could have been a home dog would have been Kansas City Buffalo.
And I think that was the game he was a dog.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if that was the game. Just trying to double check.
October 16, 2022.
Yeah. Yep. That's the one.
Okay.
Right.
Small sample size.
Very small. Very small. You got any thoughts on it, or that's it?
I mentioned I would take the over just because Super Bowl was scoring as well. So.
All right. Should be a good one, man. I can't wait to sit back and watch this one today, man. I can't wait. And last game of the day in the NFL, we got the Falcons and the Vikings. Sunday Night Football. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Vikings laying 3.5, total 44.5. Brian, I believe you're up here, sir.
Like I said,
wait, sorry, hold on 1 second. You want your poll for the Chiefs game?
Yes. I would. Let me guess. If I was a betting man, which I am, I would say about 58% are on the Eagles today. What's the numbers?
There's a reason you're a betting man, because you're a really good one. The poll finished 60% on the Eagles.
Oh, I was underestimated. All right.
60% on the Eagles, 39% on the Chiefs, about 172 votes on that one. All right. Now Sunday Night Football. Vikings laying 3.5, total 44.5. How are we feeling?
For me in this game, it's a lot very similar to the Bears game. I think the Falcons, with that letdown, missed field goal by Koo, they had the win in their grasp. Overreaction to their first week loss. Minnesota, overreaction to their W there. Let's not forget about the first half the Vikings had. I just think it's going to be another close game. I know I said this all the time, 3-point game, 3-point game, 3-point game. But I think the Falcons have the talent there, and I think Penix will get better as the year goes on. I'll take the points with the Falcons.
Al?
I like the under.
Primetime unders. What is? Can you try to pull up that primetime under stat for me the last 2-3 seasons?
I can't. Not for Sunday night. I can tell you what Mondays and Thursdays are. My database is organized by the day, but not by the game time on Sundays and Saturdays.
I got you.
Yeah, I like the under as well too.
I like the under as well. Sidewise, I think the line tells you what you need to know. If the Falcons were really to play, this line would be 3, 2.5. It's not. That hook on that 3 tell me everything I need to know. And everybody I talk to is Falcons.
There's DraftKings is 3.5. Bet Online is 3 minus 13 cents. BetMGM is 3 minus 15 cents. There's no 2.5s. It's either 3 in most places with 1 3.5.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if it was 2.5, it would tell me something.
Oh, okay.
Because there's juice on the 3 and because it's up and over 3. I think you know what you need to know, and that's the Vikings are the better football team, and I think the Vikings. I'm not comfortable. Like I'm just not like, oh my God, Vikings laying the points is a lock. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think they're the play. That's what I'm saying. So JJM9, I've been a hater, bro. Y'all know I got a short on the Instagram saying JJ McCarthy's trash. They didn't do nothing but run the football at Michigan. I'm finna fade his ass. All that.
He did more than just run the football at Michigan. I mean, did you see the passes he made? Like even that pass against Alabama, which basically won them the national championship. On that 4th down.
That was a great win for us back in the day. Good old Wolverine.
I'll admit, awesome. I'm a JJ McCarthy hater. I am. I'm a hater. But I'm also a realist. And he made me eat a lot of words second half of that Monday Night Football game. He went from Jameis Winston to Tom Brady and a half.
Vikings are the king of the heart attack game, though, where everything's like right down to the wire, 2-point win, 1-point win.
They have been that lately.
I don't know, man. There's a reason JJ McCarthy won NFC Player of the Week last week. He looked really good second half on the road, first game of his career, Monday Night Football. Like that's as tough as a spot as it gets. And that's the main reason why I was on the Bears is because a spot don't get tougher than that. It doesn't. Your first start of your career, you're on the road on Monday Night Football, division game. Oof, shit. And then to play the way he played in that second half, hats off, JJ. Hats off, JJ. Come, let me see you do it again. Let me see you do it again. Now you at home this time. Okay. Skull! 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 Let's go, Vikings. I'll lay it. That's the NFL for today, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. We covered them all. We got 2 sections left. We'll cover them all in full segments. We got Major League Baseball, 15 games there. I won't read off all the games.
It's tough. It's tough with baseball to get into it.
Yeah, y'all know what games are on the card today in baseball. Right now I have no premiums in baseball today, so it's football day for me. I'm just being honest. I'll be back heavily invested in baseball throughout the week, but we won't just outright neglect it. Brian, you got any thoughts for baseball today?
Let me go again. I've gone down with the shit with the New York Metropolitans. With McClain on the mound, just a great young arm, but minus 160. Like, I'll lean towards the Mets again today. I got it. This will be it for me. If they lose, I never say a team is on my do not bet list, but they got to win today. That's it. Let me see here. I'm going to lean to the Minnesota Twins on the money line, and I'll take the San Francisco Giants, Robbie Ray on the mound. Dodgers had a nice W yesterday, but their road record, San Francisco, I think it's a must-win spot for them. I'll take Robbie Ray.
Fair enough. Now, McMorty, what you got for us?
He's going to say the Dodgers.
No, I'm going to say the METS, Mets.
Mets and Jets.
Yeah. Texas Rangers are 50-86, minus 25-point net games as an underdog. Texas is 64-89, minus 24.6 net games on the road. The Mets are 28-17 at home versus lefties. The Mets are going to snap their 8-game losing streak today. I like the Cubbies. They're 36-16 in Emanaga's starts, plus 16.3 net games, including 11-2 versus losing teams. So Mets and Cubs.
If y'all are wondering if I'm playing my Rangers today, the answer to the question is no. I'm just gonna leave them alone. If there was a spot the Mets win, it would be this one, So I'm gonna leave it alone. Pray they win. Keep it rolling. Can the Mariners or the damn Astros lose though? Our win streak going by the wayside because they won't lose. We're still 2 games back, even despite how well we're playing. It's because these people won't lose, man.
How did Hunter Brown do yesterday? I totally missed that.
He did all right. Yeah, he went.
He's one of my favorite pitchers. 6 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs. Nice.
Only 2 Ks, but he did all right other than that.
Yeah.
I like the Braves today. Sadly.
Is that your heart? Or...
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe a little bit, but Framber hasn't been that good. He just hasn't been that good recently. We saw him have that blow up with his catcher the other day. We saw him give up the grand slam. His last couple starts just haven't been good. And I still think the Braves are a dangerous, sneaky team, now that they're done Cook Finito. They still got talent on this roster. This is enough plus money here to take a shot with the Atlanta Braves. I would lean towards the Phillies with Nola. And surprised Al didn't take the Dodgers. He loves the Dodgers. I'm a lean towards the Red Sox.
He needs to get some Dodgers banners in the background.
I'm a lean towards the Red Sox. I like playing Sunday night baseball teams. I love doing that. I do that all the time. Sunday night home team Sunday night baseball. Sign me up more often than not. Favorite over the Yankees. This big of a favorite over the Yankees. Mama, that man on the mound, Garrett Crochet. Sign me up. Sign me up. Pathy texts me. Pathy says, give out angles for me. Rule of 10. Start fading the big favorites. And he sent me a little list. So on this list, I see Seattle at the top of that list. Looks like Texas is a dog. Philly. I can't really read his handwriting that good. But basically, he's saying fade some of the big favorites coming up soon. You should be able to find some value fading them. So from Pathy. The financial plan to financial. I said that wrong. The financial plan to financial freedom. There you go. The Pathy plan to financial freedom. There you go. Y'all cracking me up, bro. All right, last slide of the day, man. Let's talk some hoops, baby. Playoff hoops. WNBA, man, live and in action today. Got a game starting in 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. We got 4 games today from the dub. Playoff action starts today. First game on the board. We got the red hot Minnesota Lynx, 13.5-point home favorites over the Golden State Valkyrie. We got the Atlanta Dream, 7.5-point home favorites over the Indiana Fever. We got the New York Mercury, 2.5-point home favorites over. I'm sorry. Scratch that. We got the New York Liberty, 2.5-point road favorites over the Phoenix Mercury. And we got the Las Vegas Aces, I see 5.5-point home favorites over the Storm. Al, what we doing? WNBA.
I'm going to take Atlanta. Atlanta's been really good when playing with revenge. They lost the previous meeting to the Fever. I'll lay the 7.5 with Atlanta.
I'm just giving my thoughts on all of them because I love y'all. Valkyrie Lynx will start from the top. Oh, this is a tough game. It's a tough one. Everybody, we know how dominant Minnesota has been at home this year. Like, they've been unfadable. Take the Lynx, forget about it. Cash, you'll be all right more often than not. The problem with that, though, is on the other side, the Valkyrie have been our cash cow. Well, we love the Valkyrie, especially as an underdog. I love
this
them.
number. They're begging you to take the Valkyries.
They are begging me. They're begging me, Brian. And guess what? They don't gotta beg me too hard. They don't gotta beg me too hard. I gotta take the Valk. It's just too many points. I'm looking at the season series between the two. The first 3 they played, they kept it within this number. The last one, the Lynx did air them out pretty bad. But this is a bounce back game that also happens to be a quick revenge game for the Valkyrie. So I'm a lean towards the Valkyrie grabbing the points in this first one. Good game. Lynx are head and shoulders a better basketball team. I still think a lot of people looking at this game through the lens of, best team in the WNBA versus expansion team. I still think a lot of people looking at it through that lens. I want the points in my back pocket with the Valk. Dream Fever. I'm agree with Al. I'm going to lean towards the Dream. I do think the Fever have a chance to win this series. I do think they have a chance to do it. I don't like their chances here in this game. I'm going to lean towards Atlanta. Liberty Mercury. I got to put my money where my mouth is, right? Jay, it's time to put your money where your fucking mouth is. You've been telling me all season long, Liberty, 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 Liberty. You've been saying they're going to go out and do it. You've been saying all year the Liberty going to go out and do it. They've been shit on the road all season long, but now there's no more room for error. They cannot be shit on the road any longer. Let's get it done, Liberty. Let's get it done, Liberty. I'm going to lay it. Laying 2.5 on the road with the Liberty is crazy with their road success. What's their number, Brian? You usually have it. What's their ATS road number?
4-17-1. Those are numbers I like. They're due.
Hey, right.
No, but they're also healthy.
True.
I mean, they haven't been healthy all year. When they've been healthy, I mean, they've been dominant. So
True. Sign me up. I'm on New York tonight. And they're still my pick to win the finals this year. They're still my pick. You ask me, Jay, who's winning the championship? Taking the Liberty. And last game of the night, Storm Aces. I'm gonna take the. I can't.
Come on.
I can't.
You're killing me if you take the Aces.
I can't take the Storm. I can't.
Yeah.
I feel like trusting the handicap. Like the Storm are the play. They are the play, but I can't. Aces are just too high. They playing too well.
All those guys that won big in the NFL today will be putting all their money on the Aces tonight.
You're right, man. You're right. I can't even tell you wrong. Like, I can't, Brian, but I can't put no money on the Storm on the road here. I can't, bro. The Storm, of all the WNBA teams that cost me the most money this year, it's the fucking Storm, bro.
Yeah, yep.
Ew, I can't do it. So I'm gonna just stick with the Aces. I can stomach the loss if I lose with the Aces. I won't be able to stomach it if I lose with the Storm. So that's probably my least favorite game of them all. But I'm gonna just stick with Las Vegas. What do you think tonight, Brian?
Well, I abandoned the WNBA as far as premiums go today, and maybe I shouldn't have because I like all four of these. I'll take the Minnesota Lynx at home, laying the points. I think it number's real high for a reason. Atlanta, the Dream minus the points. Indiana Fever are kind of like the Pittsburgh Steelers of the WNBA. Even without Caitlin Clark, they're popular. People like the Fever. New York Liberty laying the points. I think they're one of the best, maybe the best team in the WNBA. Now they're going to turn it on. It's playoff time. Seattle Storm, they've played Las Vegas close, I believe, over the last half dozen or so games. I think it's a one-possession win for Las Vegas. I'll take the points.
All right.
what does being popular have to do with covering the points?
People like to bet the game. People love
Who
to
gives
bet
a fuck?
Because
but what does it have to do with covering the point spread?
It doesn't have if you're having a real heavy betting percentage on one side and the line sticks the same, it makes me more prone to bet. Atlanta at -8 looks like a real high number to me. I know Atlanta at home.
I know Al doesn't subscribe to that language, but I kind of am with Brian on this one. I subscribe to it a little bit. I do.
I don't know. It's just a gut. It's just a feeling that I get on certain teams. Fever are one of those. I know they're Indiana, but they're still the Fever. They're popular.
For me, it's rooted in the books are not trying to lose money. Okay, so it's in their favor if the more
the
people
books
that
don't get the books
money.
don't the books are moving the lines based on what sharps are doing. They're not moving the line based on what the public is doing anyway. So
yes, and no.
just show me one sharp who actually cares about the team name on the jersey and who's.
But
betting.
we got to the same result in the Atlanta game. We both liked the Dream.
It's just doesn't matter. It just drives me crazy. It doesn't matter what the public is on. It doesn't matter what the public likes.
It matters to me.
It matters to me.
Okay, you keep having it matter.
It's not the end all be all, but it matters.
No. You got to have tools in your tool belt. That's one of my tools.
Yeah, we'll get it useful tools. Like ignore what the public is doing.
That's like my flathead screwdriver, man, on my tool belt.
Oh my God, you're killing me. Oh, you're just killing me.
I just got to be honest.
Man. I thought this was a really good show, man, with two guys.
Yeah, I'm late for my window. I got to get to my old house, and I got to pull out the power washer before the games kick off. So
there, I'm gonna get y'all out of here. I appreciate both of y'all joining me today. Talked a lot, talked some football.
Are we doing parlays? Are we talking about what we have?
Yeah, I guess we gotta tell them what we got our best stuff.
Appreciate both of y'all for joining me today. Money Making Sunday. We talked about a lot: football, baseball, WNBA playoffs. The plays we love the most of, the plays we personally have the most money on, the plays we're most comfortable with, the plays we gave our clients are over at PickDawgz Premium. Link for directly to our handicapper pages will be in the description below. Brian, what you got going on today and this weekend over at PickDawgz Premium?
Well, 6-3 start to the NFL, 67%. If you count my preseason record, it goes up to 16-9, 64%. I got my best bet. It's a 4 p.m. game, my titanium play. Get it for $30 at PickDawgz.com. Or all 5 of my NFL premium picks in my private players club 5-pack over at PickDawgz.com for $75.
Hop on with Brian B. Continue to kick the crap out of the books, ladies and gentlemen. Al, what you got going on today?
I've got 7 plays, 2 in the WNBA, 5 in the NFL. I was 13-4 yesterday. And yeah, so it's a good card today. My brain's fried, but
Hop on with Al McMorty.
Good card.
And continue to kick the crap out of the books, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know who Brian is. Y'all know who Al is. You know what I mean? 2 guys I love talking with. 2 guys whose numbers speak for themselves. So
I've been chasing Al forever. I can never catch up to the guy. He's killing.
If you would quit listening to the public, you might.
I tell you, I'm not getting rid of my flathead screwdriver.
Oh man. For me today, I have at this second. I thought I was gonna have 6 NFL. I probably only have 5. So there's one I like a lot. I'm probably gonna leave alone, and it's a 12 o'clock game, so I'm just leaving. So I have 5 from the NFL today. I have 1 from the WNBA. I might add another from the Dub though. I'm probably gonna add another. So I probably will still have 7 plays today: 5 NFL, 2 WNBA. On my WNBA play of the day, I've hit 6 of 7. It was a really good stretch for us to close out the season, and the playoffs are here. So. Of course, I got a really pretty penny on the WNBA today. Last week in the NFL, I cashed complete no sweat fashion on my big play of the week in the NFL. I have one for y'all today. I love that play. So you can scoop that up. I got a 3-pack. I got a behind the woodshed blowout winner. I got a plus money underdog. I got a couple of ATS underdogs. I got a lot today. I love today's card. Sundays are my days. Like, it's my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year. NFL Sunday. I love it. I love it. I love it. So hop on with me. Let's kick the crap out of the books. Pair me up with Al. Pair me up with Brian. Pair all of us up. And let's make it a really profitable Sunday. Parlay time, man. Parlay.
I got the easiest 4-game parlay in the history of man. So
talk to me.
I'm going to take the New York Mets on the money line. They sunk my parlay yesterday that I gave out. I'll take the New Orleans Saints plus the points, the Jets plus the points, and the Bears plus the points.
Brian B. Al, what you doing?
I'm going to take the Mets. I'm going to take the Cubs. I'm going to take let's go the under in the Steelers Seahawks.
I'm going to go with Vikings, Red Sox, Cowboys.
I can't believe you didn't take the Jets.
I thought you were going to say Liberty, so you had all 3 sports.
You can add the Liberty too. You can add the Liberty. I do like that, Brian.
I think the Liberty are the best bet in the WNBA today if I could only get one. But
yeah, that's what I like today. Little 14. See what we can do. See if we can cash it. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. We'll be back. Regular scheduled programming tomorrow. Costi and Jeremy will be here with me and Chris. Recap of the weekend. A lot to talk about. So be here, be square. You can check out Brian and Al throughout the week. Brian on his Take It to the Bank. Al on the Al's All Access. Again, premium plays over at the site. Circle picks. You guys had the one more time. You guys
the
had
Ravens, the Dallas Cowboys, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Atlanta Falcons, and Pittsburgh Steelers. I got it written down.
There you go. So that's for the Pick Dawgz community this week. And yeah, that's all I got for you, Brian. Any final words before we get out of here for the day?
Let's go sweep the board.
Al, any final words?
Go blue. Same as yesterday.
Go Canes.
Go blue. But Cowboy blue. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Make it a winning day. Aloha.